Yo, what is up, everybody? The PS4 squad is now at a 99 overall because we added a 94 overall safety. If you caught on to that, makes no sense, but we added George Iloka, and now we're 99 overall. Before we had like Troy Polamalu, who was like 88 overall, and just adding a 94 overall safety to go along with the pretty much 99s at every single position to the donation squad, as we called it. We are now at 99 overall, so that's kind of chill. I just added Iloka with the little bit of coins I had. Now with the end of the month, a 94 Iloka was going for like 16,000 coins, and it's like, why not? 6'4" height, pretty decent stats, but more importantly, 6'4" height, so that'll be a pretty good user card. So I added him to the squad. You know, we needed a safety, and I mean, we got that Randall guy. We could have put him there. We had the 88 Palomalo, but I wanted to try out Iloka and see how he is. 'Cause I never really tried out one of his MUT cards before. So now we're in this game, and my opponent gets sacked by Luke Kuechly, rushing off the edge, bringing up a third down and 18. He's just gonna lob it up downfield, testing Deion Sanders, and Deion is not gonna let him get away with that one. So 4th down 18, he is gonna go for it. Russell Wilson looking to go deep here, trying to test Deion again, and this time he comes down with the catch. That one sucks to give up because it's 4th down and 18. All you would just lob it up and somehow still get it. So now here we are on offense here with Aaron Rodgers, with Rob Gronkowski, and with Barry Sanders out the backfield, and Barry breaking ankles out here. Look at Barry Sanders accelerating downfield, trying to lift up the leg on the last guy, but we get brought down the 19-yard line. But Barry Sanders, chill. It's still the first quarter, and he's just demolishing ankles out here. So we quickly make our way downfield, tie the game up. That was a pretty weird QB sneak that could have been a fumble, but we got our touchdown anyway. So now we've got to make sure we stop the lob streaks and don't go for that angle route. That's like the 3rd time he ran that play. And it is one thing that I don't let people do is run the same play over and over, unless it's PAN around. Then you're running that crap all day. I mean, probably getting it as Barry Sanders in the open field. We patiently wait for the blockers to line, and then we just accelerate, hit that RT turbo button, and get our way to the end zone. But yeah, I don't like letting people run the same play over and over. You want to beat me, you got to run different plays. You want to run that same little angle route, I'm going to catch on. Maybe not the first time, maybe not even the second time, but the 3rd time, I'm probably catching on. You have to go find a different play, come and pick it off. And now all of a sudden, Charles Woodson's picking off streaks, and we got complete control of this game as Aaron Rodgers throws a dot while getting hit, man. Aaron Rodgers is just a stud. Unfortunately, while I'm singing his praises, we almost throw a pick 6, and then on the next play, an AGAT comes through. Rodgers gets hit while throwing, and this is actually going to count as a pick 6. Dierendorfer is not catching up to whoever in the world this guy is, and the game is tied just like that. So that was a pretty dumb way to give up the touchdown. As there goes Randall Cobb in the open field. Cobb trying to take the kick return back at the end of the first quarter, trying to elude the last man, but once again, the hesitation move does not come through for us as Steve Smith Sr. just accelerating through there, outrunning one of those rookie players. That might be he might have a Randall of his own, as once again we hit Smith Sr. in the middle of the field, and the shiftiness of Steve is able to get us a couple of yards. And speaking of shiftiness, Barry Sanders is the shifty running back, man. That's just his MO, and third down inches, we actually passed the ball. While I'm talking about Barry Sanders, we passed him on 3rd down inches, but I have no fear. We're just going to give it back to Barry. We haven't really used Barry too much in these first few games with the PS4 squad, and now all of a sudden Barry's starting to get loose a little bit. Now we're starting to get, trying to figure out the plays I can use for Barry Sanders and just taking advantage of his strengths, and I think we're doing a pretty decent job of that, just getting him in the open field, especially since my opponent is blitzing. My opponent, it's like when you're playing against someone, you have an idea of whether they know what they're doing or they don't know what they're doing. This guy kind of knew what he was doing. He was sending some pretty nice blitzes. He's running his PAN around. He was doing lob streaks. He knew what it took to win in Madden 15, put it that way. But we also know that, and we're going to counter that to the best of our abilities. And one thing that is going to help us is 4th down and 4. He's going to go for it here, and immediate pressure. He throws it into coverage, and Willis gets that. We had Kuechly there. We were using with Iloka. Someone was getting that ball. There was no way he was getting it. As we try to run the flea flicker here, and I'm looking to go downfield, but this is going to be in like quadruple. This is just bad here. This should have been picked off. But yeah, one thing that's definitely going to help me out is that I think I fixed my problems with the PS4 where my game kept on freezing. I just, deleted the game off my hard drive, the PS4 hard drive, and then reinstalled it as Calvin Johnson gonna break a tackle and score a touchdown, make it a 14-point game, doubling our lead right there. But yeah, I just reinstalled the game, and I think that fixed my problem because, spoiler alert, I was able to play a full game before this game, so that was Good. Hopefully we don't get frozen, though, as Charles Woodson comes up with a pick here. 38 seconds left. Woodson trying to return this one to the crib, but unfortunately someone got, I think Iloka got in my way. But have no fear, because first down and 10, we're going deep for Calvin Johnson. He blows this coverage with his safety, and Calvin gets to the 1-yard line. Next play, we just punch it in with Coon. And now all of a sudden, we are on the verge of blowing this guy out. And you think about it, his 2 touchdowns came from a lob streak on 4th down and 14, and, you know, the fumble recovery that was taken back, or I think it counted as an interception technically, that went back for 6. So other than that, we've been playing pretty damn good against this guy. And then our offense is clicking as we got a pick right before halftime with Clinton Diggs. We got to try to return this one to the crib since it's the last play. But Clinton Diggs isn't exactly as shifty as a Charles Woodson, a Patrick Peterson, or a Deion Sanders. So we couldn't really do much there. I probably should have lateraled it. I probably did one too many moves, but it's all good because we are still up 21 points. And we actually get ball coming out of half as I delayed. Like a delayed reaction to I finally find Gronkowski open. I still took time to reroute him since we got some great blocking from our O-line. As once again, we call a screen. Once again, he calls a blitz. And look at us just patiently waiting for the blockers, and then Barry is in the open field. That's what you got to do with the screen passes, man. You can't just exactly accelerate once you get the ball. You got to wait for the blocks to develop, and that's exactly what we did here. As the blocks develop on a flea flicker with Aaron Rodgers, and we took a hit from Ronnie Lott. That was not smart. We should have lost the fumble right there. But it doesn't really matter because Coon breaking a tackle and getting into the end zone for a touchdown. I was just getting cocky, just, you know, trying to hit back jukes with Aaron Rodgers. You should not be doing that. I do not advise you to ever do that, as he actually makes a nice pass in the corner here. His wide receiver / tight end, whomever that was, made a nice toe tapping catch. So he's trying to get in the middle of the field. Oh man, I screwed up the users there. That should have been my pick. I baited him. I just didn't take the right angle at it, you know? So just those mind games. But 3rd down and 17, we are going to strike right here with Iloka. This time we come up with the pick, jumping the crossing route in the middle of the field, or angle route, whatever it was. And look at Iloka putting moves on. Eventually being brought down by the offensive lineman. We're trying to get a 50 burger in this game. So look at me still. I did not learn my lesson clearly from that almost fumble before. I don't know how in the world I wasn't picked off, man. It's alright though. He got a few Madden BS plays like I mentioned before to get his 14 points. So that stuff's got to even now as Calvin Johnson gets a touchdown. And we're not going to get a chance to put up the 50 burger. I wasn't going to go for 2. I was going to try to score 50 on our next possession, but it doesn't really matter because he ends up quitting the game. He had enough, so he just, you know, leaves. So leave a like on the video if you enjoyed the squad doing big things. We finally get some W's with these guys. Subscribe for more Madden 15, eventually Madden 16 gameplays, and I will catch you guys next time.